So, hi everyone. I'm Fauve Altman, community manager at State of the DApps. What is State of the DApps? We are a curated collection of decentralized application on the Ethereum platform. So, what's a DApp? I guess that everybody here knows what a DApp is, but just to make sure, cover it up quickly. A DApp, is a decentralized application. What is it composed of? It's composed of a front end and of smart contracts. The evolution of State of the DApps. So, State of the DApp was created in 2015. Why was State of the DApp created? It was created by our founder who's been in the ecosystem of blockchain, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and was seeing a lot of projects being made and was wondering, where can I find those projects after I've met either the founders, the developers, and couldn't find them unless you've been given the link or the GitHub repo. So he decided to create a Google Doc, a Google Excel sheet, and to compile it and add them all over the time, over the months, over the weeks. Then what it became, it grew. 2016, that's how the UI looked. I guess that a bunch of you have seen it that way. And that's how I discovered State of the DApps. I'm a newbie. I've been in the ecosystem for about a year now, and I did a full-on deep dive. I was wondering, I was always looking at the ecosystem, at Bitcoin, blockchain, and a lot of AI as well. And I fell on the State of the DApps website, and I was wondering, what is this? It felt so much out of world. I was wondering, what's Regis, Consensus, Daniel Novi? I had no idea what that was. And I started looking, and all these colors, and I started opening browsers and browsers. So if you're working blockchain, you all know it's sleepless nights. That's what started to happen. I saw that the founder had a post for community manager, soft skill person. I just thought, great, let's do this. I can try. Reached out to him. Here we are now, almost a year later. So the platform kept on growing and growing. And then we decided it's time to change and make the UI a bit more friendly. 2018, we decided to make it look the way it is now. We have the link exchange that you can see on the top right, excuse me. And you see little badges at the same time on the top. So there's the MetaMask badge. Why is there a little fox head on the right of one DApp? Well, it is to say, for anybody that goes on the website and directly understand that this DApp is compliant with MetaMask. You need to install MetaMask to use it. Then one that has the little check explains that the DApp submission form has been fully filled. So as much information as possible has been given. Then we have consensus to say if they're a consensus project, and solidified if they've gone through the solidified audit API. Then what's going to happen? 2019, or even before 2019, our new UI, where we're going to have a very clear, an even clearer curation of all the DApps. So featured DApps that would have been selected by us and other people within the ecosystem, other big players of the ecosystem, that we all agreed that these are DApps that already have a lot of usability, users, and just hot topic. Then hot this month would be what has been the trends of submissions of DApps with also our users, what users are looking for when they go on the website. And then recently added and just listed, which would be how it is at the moment. The ecosystem growth. I believe we're all here now, beginning 2018. We saw what happened in 2017. It grew immensely. 2018 is a year to look for the growth. How I've seen it grow is when I started in 2017, there was about 325 projects in end of May. And even before that, so you can see that the added DApps in 2015 was about 30 to 100. 2016, slowly growing. 2017, the curve just hits the roof, and it keeps on going like that. At this moment, we are about at 1,200 DApps. 9 months ago, 325, that's a big baby that came along. So this slide is a little bit older, but let's say we have 1,100 DApps at the moment. 959 have a website link that you can go to. 600 have a GitHub project, but I'm sure that there's more DApps that are listed that actually have a GitHub repo that we just did not add. Then 650 have open source license. 250 have are with smart contracts, are deployed with smart contracts, and about 300 have Reddit announcements. When they have a Reddit announcements, it means that they made their subreddit and announced their new DApp. It doesn't mean necessarily that they're fully active. They're often active on our Ethereum, Reddit, or other more big communities of Reddit and not their own. Popular licenses. If you're a developer, you know, MIT for sure is the first one. Then we have GPL proprietary, Apache less so. And in other falls, either they haven't submitted what is the license that they're using, or unlicensed other sections. We're gonna try to give more of this data over time. Project maturity. So we have 7 statuses overall, from live to abandoned. Live, beta, prototype, a work in progress, which is the second biggest status that you can see in all the projects. Concept, when somebody has an idea and they know that they want to build a DApp on Ethereum. Then stealth, when they might be a working project but don't want it to be yet visible to the public. And abandoned. We're slowly not keeping the abandoned projects at the moment, but we're leaving them for a certain amount of time on the website just as a form of archive. So when you go on the DApp, you look at it on our webpage, it will give you similar dApps, and that's where you're going to be able to see abandoned ones that are similar to the one you are looking at. The network that's used, well, we're on the Ethereum network. We only show decentralized applications built on the Ethereum mainnet, and a lot now are starting to use Ropsten. With MetaMask, you can choose which one you want, and we see a lot of them using Ropsten, Rinkeby more, and Coven less so at the moment. Who's the audience? The audience is who's looking at your project. You're building a project, you want to know who's going to use it, who's going to look at it, and it's also who's going on our website. Your audience. First, there's a number that I want you all to look at, is the engagement that we had about last month. 300K users in a month. In October, we had about 100K to 200K, and it keeps on growing. So we know that for March, this number is going to increase most probably. And we're also ranked in the global rank is of 200,000 in the world of the most visited website. Top searchers. Well, top searchers, of course, is game, lottery, music, and exchange. For music, well, we had a talk earlier with Ujo, so that would be an example of a DApp, music DApp. Game DApps, there are a lot you can search through. Then the tag selected. So a tag on the website is you're looking at a DApp on our website. You don't know what's the name of the DApp you want to search for. You don't know what's the project you want to know. So you can search with keywords. A game, entertainment, music, real estate, which is a big one as well, and so forth. The most popular DApps that we can see, so a few examples. You have Life Lottery, which is lottery platform, gambling. There's a lot of those. Ether Dungeon, a game where it confirms also, which is one of the biggest trends. CryptoKitties, as you can see. Gnosis also, which has a lot of the badges that we offer. Where are your users? That was an interesting thing to take a look at. So where are your users? Most of them are in the USA, a little bit in the UK, India, Canada, Germany, as I'm in Berlin. So I'll consider myself as one of those users. But let's not forget, yeah, we have China as well. China goes after the US as almost 8% of users. This confirms that there are markets everywhere, and we haven't yet reached all markets for users and DApp developers as well, but this is more your audience, therefore your users. The thing is, with decentralizations, we want to be able to reach all markets. This confirms that we're not yet reaching all markets for users of dApps. User behavior, well, Reddit is a big one. I think we all use Reddit. We all love Reddit as well. Twitter is another one. Users by time of day, that's hard to say, because if we say that we're all on different time zones, well, therefore, time of day will not be very specific. But funnily enough, you can see that people like to go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays of day of the week. And then when people are looking at dApps, using dApps, and the users, it's through the laptops, because I guess you need to have a MetaMask on your laptop. 33% use MetaMask at the moment. How can we engage in having more projects using MetaMask? One of the latest entry that we had was Edo's Arc. What is that? Adopt and breed digital pets. What is it? Well, it's a collectible DApp. Collectible DApps have been a little bit of a trend lately, and I think we can understand from whom this trend has been started with. Edo's Arc looks cute. You can own any type of pet or animal in the world and buy it and then breed it and exchange it or sell it with whoever else has one. And those, there are a lot of those. You can own a panda as well, and you can own a car. Trend of collectibles, you have crypto fighters, tokens wars, Pandarium, which is the panda one, crypto kitties, and of course, well, it was CryptoKitty who started that whole trend. So we saw it. We're behind the scenes, and we received the submissions, and it was interesting to see. So when there was the big boom, the big trend of CryptoKitties, we saw afterwards, every day, a huge boom of collectible DApps being submitted to us. We receive some submissions every day. About, I would say, roughly 20 DApps are being submitted every day, and most of them are collectible DApps at the moment. So CryptoKitty started a trend. But what the tit is crypto titties? Pardon my French. Yeah, I think you can look at it, at the image, and see what this is. You want to own funky titties, space-wise looking, well, sci-fi and game collectible. That's an interesting one. At least it's ingenious and it's gutsy at the same time. Our call to action, we're wondering how can we bring more users to the DApps developers. So there's an issue in where the bridge is. We have to build a stronger bridge between all the submissions, all those DApps that are being built daily, and have more users with us. How to do that? Well, one thing that helps a lot is when you submit a DApp, try to fill it in as much as possible. Give a clear description of what your DApp is, a teaser that's not necessarily promotional but explanatory, and promotional is good. But always as much of a simple explanation will always help for users, because there's already so many barriers when you come in and you're not a tech person and you're looking at those projects and you come in and I need to have wallet, I need to understand what keys are, I need to install MetaMask. You have to expect the user to be a little bit dumb or a little bit new to this, and it comes with so many walls that making it easy when you submit a DApp, as much as information as possible, links, that will of course help. And then there's another thing, we opened up lately our events page for the world. You have a meetup, you have a conference, you have a workshop, submit it to us, we'll help, we'll share it with the whole ecosystem. So at the moment, 1,200 DApps, think of it, 1,200 tabs, there's teams behind all of them, we can share this. And I think one of the big points, if we want to bring more users, is to have DApps working with each other, connect with each other, and actually use each other's DApp to find each other's glitches and issues, and not too much. Competition is always there, and competition will always be there. But how we need to help each other with our projects to see what's not working, to afterwards make it feasible and usable for any users before it can become mainstream. At the moment, it cannot be fully mainstream. There's too many technicalities that needs to be polished. So if you have an event, submit it to us. We'll help push it forward, and it'll be live. Thanks. And if you have any questions about DApps, you want to submit your DApp, you're not sure where to, how to, which projects, which status it falls into, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always answering. I'm always there to help you guys. And, well, I'm looking to adopt a puppy, so I have a crypto kitty to sell.
Questions?
Sorry, my bad. The most interesting DApp to see, honestly, the crypto titties, I didn't know how I felt when I saw it the first time, and I was like, am I saying yes to this DApp? Am I putting it live at the moment? So that was an interesting one, I would say. I thought it was fun. It made me laugh. we have a few affiliations, and now we just got a new one with user feeds with their link exchange. So it's on the, you could see it. Let me go back. Here. So as I said, on the top right, you can see the gray little square. That's our promotional advertisement with link exchange. So any dApps can pay whatever they want as a fee on ETH and for having their dApp being promoted there. That's one way. The other way is that we're self-funded. Yeah, yeah, people are paying, and it's firing up. It's a brand new collaboration that we've had, and it's firing up. People are having fun with it, and they want to promote even more their dApps. So that's where it confirms that there's a niche and there's a want to people to use their dApps and their projects. Any more questions? Great. Yeah. No, we're looking at opening up, for sure. That's going to come with possibly the new UI, when we're going to have a stricter, not a stricter, but more clear categorizations of dApps, the curation. So what's hot, what's usable fully at the moment, and so like that. And that's going to come with it. But we're not exactly sure which ones and when. Yeah, so users on the website, they look, it has been for a few months now, that game is often the most search tag and search category. People are searching for gaming dApps. What I meant with the CryptoKitty is the collectible dApp. So collect a watch, collect a car, collect a type of Lamborghini. So that type of dApps has been built and has been on the hype since CryptoKitty went live. Great. Thank you all. And reach out to me afterwards if you want.